The characteristics of a good research design. This is the backbone of any successful study. Whether you're working on a lab experiment, clinical trial, or a community-based survey. Why research design matters? Let's begin with a simple analogy. Imagine you're baking a cake. Would you just throw in random ingredients, mix, and bake? Of course not. You'd follow a tested recipe, measure ingredients, and stick to the right temperature and time. That's how you ensure your cake is edible, maybe even delicious. In research, your design is that recipe. A well-thought-out research design helps you collect accurate, reliable, and meaningful data. A good design minimizes errors, reduces bias, improves efficiency, and ensures your findings are applicable beyond just your small sample. Now let's dive deeper into what actually makes a research design good. Characteristics of good research design will cover 6 essential features. Stick with me. Ease or gold for thesis work, journal publishing, or just developing your scientific thinking. 1. Objectivity. Let the data speak. Objectivity means your results are free from personal bias or emotion. That's crucial in science. For instance, say you're assessing student performance in a practical exam. If 3 independent examiners score the same student's performance similarly, without knowing each other's scores, that's objectivity. In research, this translates to using standardized instruments and methods. It means the data collection tool, like a questionnaire, test, or checklist, must be clear, structured, and interpretable the same way by anyone. If your results depend on who is measuring rather than what's being measured, then you've got a problem. 2. Reliability. Consistency is king. Reliability is all about consistency. Let me give you a practical example. If you weigh yourself using a scale and it shows 70 kilograms today, 90 kilograms tomorrow, and 50 kilograms the day after on the same scale, at the same time, in the same clothes, you'd probably throw that scale out. In research, the same principle applies. Let's say you ask a participant, "Do you feel stressed at work?" They say yes in the morning, no in the afternoon. And maybe the next day for the same question, under the same conditions. Your tool lacks reliability. Reliable instruments give stable, consistent results every time. This is why pilot testing questionnaires and training data collectors is so important. 3. Validity. Measure what you mean to measure now. Reliability is necessary, but not enough. You also need validity. Let's go back to our example of weighing yourself. If you're trying to measure height and you use a bathroom scale, doesn't matter how consistent it is, it's just not valid. Similarly in research. If you're measuring intelligence, your tool must actually assess cognitive abilities, not vocabulary size, educational level, or personality traits. So validity answers the question. Are you measuring what you think you're measuring? There are different types of validity: content, construct, criterion, but the basic idea remains the same. Your instrument should reflect the true essence of the concept. 4. Generalizability. Can your findings travel? This is where many researchers fall short. You did a study. Great, but now comes the big question. Can your findings be applied to the real world? This is what we call generalizability, the extent to which your results apply to the broader population beyond your sample. For instance, if you test a medication on 25-year-old healthy males, you can't claim it works for elderly patients, women, or children. To ensure generalizability, you must clearly define your research problem and population. Use appropriate sampling methods, perform sound statistical analysis, and avoid overgeneralizing from limited data. Think of it like casting a fishing net. If your net only reaches shallow waters, you can't claim to know what lives in the deep sea. 5. Adequate information. Don't leave gaps. A solid research design must provide comprehensive and sufficient information for analyzing the research problem. Let's break it down into essential components. 1. What's the exact research problem? Are you trying to explore, describe, or test a hypothesis? 2. What's your objective? What do you hope to discover or prove? 3. How will you collect data? Like surveys, experiments, focus groups, secondary data? 4. Do you have the resources, time, team, money to do this well? A vague or overly ambitious design with poor planning will either produce weak results or collapse midway. A good research design helps you see the full picture before you even start. 6. Other essential features: flexibility, efficiency, and economy. And finally, every good design should be flexible, because real-world research doesn't always go as planned. Efficient, so you get the maximum output with minimal effort and cost. It's economic, meaning it's not unnecessarily expensive or time-consuming. Imagine planning a cross-country road trip. You'd want a vehicle that's not only fast, but also fuel-efficient, comfortable, and adaptable to terrain changes. The same goes for research. Let's quickly summarize the 6 essential characteristics of a good research design. 1. Objectivity, neutral. Unbiased results. 2. Reliability, consistency in results. 3. Validity, measures what it claims to measure. 4. Generalizability, applicable to larger populations. 5. Adequate, information, complete and well-structured. 6. Flexibility and efficiency, practical and adaptable. So, the next time you're planning a study, don't just focus on collecting data. Start with a rock-solid design that ensures your findings are trustworthy, meaningful, and useful to others. Because in the end, good research isn't just about results, it's about how you got them. If you found this lecture valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more clear, concise research explanations. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Have a question about your own research design? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to help. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay committed, keep learning. See you in the next video.